place. We came to rock the place. We came to rock this place. Throw your hands higher. Raise them up, raise them up, raise them up, yeah. Throw your hands higher. Raise them up, raise them up, raise them up, yeah.
Hello, Pally.
Today is Tuesday, January 8th, 2019.
And INFocus starts right now. Trump's partial government shutdown is entering its third week.
And McKenna DiGeronimo takes a look at the proposed plan for teacher housing.
All that and more is coming up on today's show. Welcome back to INFocus. I'm Noor Navaid.
And I'm Ori Nirpaz.
We hope you enjoyed your break. There's a lot going on around campus.
Let's get started with today's campus bulletin.
Senior Parent Night is tomorrow. Any parents of the class of 2019 should come to the NAC at 7 p.m. to hear useful information about how the rest of the year should go. Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute. Grocery chain Kroger and tech giant Microsoft are teaming up to create an alternative to other high-tech shopping options such as Amazon Go. The companies announced a partnership Monday to bring digital shelves, price tags, and advertisements to 2 pilot grocery stores in Ohio and Washington State.
President Trump's partial government shutdown is entering its third week, which in itself is pretty historic as one of the only 2 government shutdowns to last longer than 2 weeks. As it continues, more and more stories are coming out about the real-life hardships facing federal workers. One of those stories comes from TSA employee Rachel Pugh, a 10-year employee who had to enter workman's comp in September after sustaining an injury on the job.
I was doing a bag check and I got my foot caught on the x-ray and I fell. Get it together. Stop acting like children. They have to get it together. Because they have money, so they don't care. But the rest of us, we don't have money, and we are one paycheck from outside. And they need to know that.
Nearly 60,000 TSA employees are currently working without pay. In addition to not receiving a check, Pew says her medical coverage is inactive due to the shutdown. President Trump is demanding nearly $6 billion for his border wall before he will agree to reopen the government. He is set to visit the U.S.-Mexico border Thursday in his latest attempt to focus on what the White House calls a crisis on the southern border. Trump tweeted Monday afternoon that he will address the nation on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on the issue. Ori, did you know that there is an online counter for the United States debt?
I did, but I haven't checked it in a while.
I bet Thayer could tell us where we currently stand in our debt.
I can, Nor. We currently have a debt of over $21 trillion. But on this day in 1835, the U.S.'s amount of debt reached $0 for the first and only time in the nation's history. Our current debt is the highest it has ever been in our nation's history. But it's not only the highest it's been in our history, it's the highest in the world. That's all for me. Back to you.
Palo Alto teachers have a problem finding affordable housing within the Bay Area. One of our farthest commuters drives every morning at 4 a.m. from Lodi.
McKenna DiGeronimo has been researching this story and has more on this.
With an average home value of over $3 million according to Zillow.com, it's safe to say that Palo Alto is an expensive place to live. The public school district, being among the best in the state, may be a contributing factor. But ironically, many of the teachers in the school district cannot afford to live in Palo Alto themselves. This causes some teachers, such as Pali teacher Misha Stemple, to endure a long commute to come teach at Pali.
I live in Morgan Hill. It's about 45 miles south of here. I try to leave Morgan Hill every day around 6 in the morning, and if I do that, I can get here by 7. When I bought my house, we ended school at 3 o'clock, and I could easily get home in an hour. And if I leave before 3 now, I could pretty much do that, but with this end time of 3:30, it takes me at least an hour and a half. So that actually extends, an extra hour of getting home. So.
A proposal by County Supervisor Joe Smidian was put into action to fix this issue.
There's a piece of vacant or underutilized land in Palo Alto. There's currently essentially a parking lot on it. And what Supervisor Smidian is proposing is taking that piece of land and building 60 to 120 units of affordable housing for teachers.
As of this June, the county has voted to support the proposal.
The project has actually moved forward very quickly, so the county has set aside the land, which is huge. The county has also put aside $6 million for the construction of the project.
In addition to this, Palo Alto City Council voted this June to set aside an additional $3 million to support the project. That said, those opposed to the measures state on Palo Alto Online that funding this proposition is unneeded and not financially feasible. According to Stemple, giving teachers the opportunity to live closer to the school would benefit the whole community.
One thing I really miss about living in Palo Alto is being involved in attending students' activities. When I used to live here, I coached softball, I chaperoned dances, I attended a bunch of athletic events, I helped out with Spirit Week, and now I don't, I go home.
While the future looks bright for this proposal, Chaffin says it is still important for students and parents to show their support to make it happen.
Well, I think it's very important that the local, the parents, the students, the teachers, they talk to their school board members and let them know how important this project is. This project is a model. It can serve to show how housing for teachers and the workforce and the missing middle can be replicated throughout the Bay Area. So this project is really important, not just for Palo Alto, but for the entire region.
For INFocus, I'm McKenna DiGeronimo.
Thanks for that great story, McKenna.
Moving into sports.
Trey Bischoping is in the studio now with the latest in Pali sports news. I heard that there were a lot of games, Trey.
It has been a long break and there's a lot of action to report on. First, congratulations to Annika Shaw on being named Palo Alto's Online Athlete of the Week. Now let's get started and get into some sports, starting off with basketball. The boys varsity team had a home win 52-49 on Saturday, December 22nd against Al Sahl. Their next conference game was against Homestead on January 4th, another win 66-46. But unfortunately, January 5th's non-conference game against Menlo Atherton, they came up short, losing 50-49. Boys basketball is away at Cupertino today. JV plays at 5:30, followed by varsity at 7. Boys soccer is away at Homestead as well. Varsity kicks off at 3:30, followed by JV at 5. That's all for me. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Trey.
Our meteorologist Ingrid Paichow is in the studio now with today's weather report.
Ingrid, it's a bit overcast today. Can we expect some rain?
Hey guys, for today, actually, we're probably not gonna see that much rain during the day. However, during the night, there's a high possibility that we'll see a bit of rain. Right now in Palo Alto, it's 59 degrees Fahrenheit. It's gonna be cloudy all day. The high is gonna be 60 and the low is gonna be 55. Now for tomorrow and Thursday, you can see that tomorrow is going to start raining quite a bit. The high is going to be 60 and the low is going to be 47. On Thursday, the sun is going to come out, however. The high is going to be 60 and the low is going to be 48. Now looking at our 5cast. The lows are going to be in the high 40s. I can't see anything. I can't see anything. I can't see anything.
Go ahead.
Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out all the episodes. Check the bulletin or to send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pally.